And welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to, in theory, Deportivo Saprissa versus Cobán Imperial in Group A of the CONCACAF Central American Cup 2023. Of course, we're also watching Universitario versus Cartaginés because both Group A matches are being played at the same time, one on Tubi, one on Fox Soccer Plus. We're going to do both because the group is crazy. As Steven indicates, the group is crazy. If Cartaginés wins and Saprissa doesn't, Cartaginés wins the group. Anybody could be eliminated. Anybody could win the group, depending on these results. Saprissa wins, they win the group, but we got a big one. Might as well, since I got to read the 11s. 11s for Saprissa and Cobán. In goal, Esteban Alvarado, Gerald Taylor, Fidel Escobar, Kendall Waston, Jorge Azofefa, Houston Salas, David Guzman, Ulises Segura, who I think used to play for DC United, Michael Chirinos, Ariel Rodriguez, and Javon East, the starting 11, who used to play for Santos Iguapoles, for Saprissa. For Cobán, in goal, Manor Alvarez, Angel Cabrera, Thales Moreira, Manuel Lopez, Nixon Flores, Luis De Leon, Yeltsin Alvarez, Ronald Ardon, Jenderson Pereira, and Anlel Porras for Cobán Imperial. Of course, we also have Cartaginés versus Universitario. That's going to be right there, isn't it? Yep. Okay, so one's on the computer, one's on TV, and the same happens for the next game as well. Speaking of, let's do the 11s for Cartaginés versus Universitario as well, since we are touching on that. That was telling him to F off. Vaffanculo means F off in Italian, yes. Haven't we already established that? Cartaginés, Universitario, Cartaginés, starting 11, Kevin Briseño, Carlos Barancha, Jordan Smith, Kevin Espinoza, Jaquel Venegas, Aubrey David, who used to play for Saprissa, Urson Mendez, Douglas Lopez, Christian Martinez, Alan Guevara, Marcel Hernandez. For Universitario of Panama, Joseph Esquina, Angel Caicedo, Jean Sanchez, Jesus Delgado, Alejandro Yearwood, Juan Arce, Luis Choi, Ricardo Avila, Everardo Rose, Omar Hinestroza, and Jair Katui. Which I'm going to put this on the table, even though it's not a live table. But speaking of, the table for Group A, teams are walking out at the Saprissa game as of now. Saprissa's topping the group going into this game. 7 points, plus 5 goal differential, 2 wins, 1 draw. They beat Cartaginés earlier in this run. 2 wins, 1 loss, 6 points for Cartaginés. But if they beat Universitario and Saprissa draws or loses, Cartaginés wins the group. Universitario still has a chance. They have 5 points. If they win, they could have something to say. 1 win, 2 draws, plus 3 goal differential. Cobán Imperial, 1-1-1 with 4 points. They still have a chance, too. If they win, everybody has a chance. Nobody's eliminated but Jokero, but they're on their bye week anyway. So that's where we are. And then we'll do this again for Olympia versus Shelahu, the Group B matches. Nice. Exactly, yep. Cartaginés, it's simple. Avoid a loss. You qualify. Lose your 6 feet under. Saprissa are through with a win-loss or a 1-goal loss. They win the group with a win or draw. And you know what? I'm going to hold off on that till the second half. Shoot, tell us the idea. For Cartaginés, it's simple. Avoid a loss. You qualify. Lose your 6 feet under. Universitario need to win to qualify for the second round, who they're playing. Cartaginés, Tubi. Cobán, they must win by 2 goals or win by 1, and they would have to finish ahead of, I'm not sure. It's going to be tough, but Cobán must win either by 2 goals or outperforming the team in the other matchup. Exactly. But everybody still has a mathematical chance. The only team that doesn't is the one who's on a bye week, who's already played all 4. Jokero, who allowed 15 goals in one group. Yeah. The Colts didn't let Jonathan Taylor leave. Of course they didn't. What'd you expect? Best let's see. Rhea Ripley, Cora Jade, Gigi Dolan, Saraya. I don't watch AEW much, but still. But there you go. Again, Saprissa, Esteban Alvarado, Kendall Waston, David Guzman, Javon East, Ariel Rodriguez, Fidel Escobar, Houston Salas, Jorge Azofefa, Gerald Taylor, Ulysses Segura, who again I think played for DC United, Michael Chirinos. That's actually a good idea. I like it. But what type of pink? Like hot pink? Pink? I don't know where you're going with that. Rubiel Vasquez is the referee tonight. Oranga Kiso, the ARs, Victor Rivas, the fourth. And they're ready down in Costa Rica for Cartagenas. Kevin Briseño, Kevin Espinoza, Jaquel Vegas, Alan Guevara, Douglas Lopez, Marcel Hernandez, Christian Martinez, Carlos Barahona, Urson Mendez, Jordan Smith, and Aubrey David. For Cobán, Manuel Alvarez, Manuel Lopez, Thales Morera, Anel Porras, Yeltsin Alvarez, Luis De Leon, Anel Cabrera, Nixon Flores, Carlos Alvarado, Janderson Pereira, and Ronald Ardon. Yep. Doesn't seem about far. Cobán win by 1. Saprissa are still ahead of them. They need to finish both ahead of Cartagenas and Universitario, which would mean that I don't think that works out. Miami Pink are a little lighter. Well, they have hot pink on their away kits. I mean, Mario Escobar from Guatemala is the referee in the Cartagenas game. Luis Ventura, Humberto Panjol, the ARs. Filiberto Martinez from El Salvador, the fourth. Saprissa wearing black kits with like a reflective badge. I like that. I know they wear maroon and white, but I like the... For Universitario, Joseph Esquina, Jean Sanchez, Jesus Delgado, Angel Caicedo, Ricardo Avila, Everardo Rose, Luis Choi, Alejandro Yearwood, Omar Hinestroza, Jair Katui, Juan Arce. Definitely not going to go hot pink. There you go. Some Miami pink. But, like, seriously, though, Miami has just darkened the pink or made the pink more vibrant as they've gone. Like, it was a faint pink on the white jerseys on, like, the stripe. Then they had a lighter pink, but still a pink jersey. Then on the away kit, or this current away kit, it's like a very vibrant pink. Like Bret Hart pink. That's hot pink. Or a very vibrant one. Like, Miami pink is sort of a rose pink. A rose-ish pink. And we're off in the Saprissa game. I'm doing good, but you only saw me like 20 hours ago. We're off in the Saprissa game. Saprissa wearing black, Cobán wearing their yellow. I do like that Saprissa kit with a reflective badge. About to start the Cartagenas game. Any result in both these games changes well, it doesn't change, but it could change the thought of the table. $49 seconds. I don't know if Tubi's behind or if I can't deal anything about it. It is what it is. 7:07. Okay, that sounds about right. 1:01. Final from CONMEBOL Internacional 2-0 Bolivar. The Brazilian side Internacional moves on 3-0 to the Copa Libertadores semifinals. You know, it's going to suck when Messi has to play a Brazilian team in Copa Interamericana instead of Argentinian team. I know they're banking on an Argentinian team. It's going to be Brazilian. You just know. Even though they're probably not playing it in South America. Oh, don't worry. I'll cover it when it comes around. Don't worry. Oh, don't worry. I'll cover it when it comes around. Of course I would. 141. 0-0, settle both games. Does Benjamin Kromashki deserve a spot on USMNT in Argentina? I'd say he has earned, I wouldn't say deserve. I don't like using the word deserve. I think he's earned a spot in both. I think he could play well with Argentina. I think Messi would put in a good word for him. I think they're playing well together. I think Kromashki and Messi would be a good two players to have on the Argentinian national team. And if he wanted to play for the USA, I think he's earned that as well. I know, because you commented on it. If I do, that gets me a copyright strike. That's not what I'm here for. This is like a radio thing. I'll talk about both games. It's like radio, pretty much, except you see my face. Cross in, header. That's out for a goal kick. No, a corner for Cobán. As it stands now, Saprissa wins the group. Cartagenas takes second. It's 2 minutes. Don't do that yet. Yeah, they probably would choke. I hope Miami. Probably the Copa winner, though. Cross in. Save. To be played forward. Played forward by Saprissa 3 minutes in. That sounds cool. Well, Greg beat Uzbekistan and Oman next month. He should. If he doesn't, there's some problems there. 4th minute. 3 minutes in over here, 0-0, settle. Saprissa, 4 minutes in, settle. But they have a good chance here. Javon East crosses it in, but the final ball's not turned in. It's gone past the post for a goal kick. Well, I mean, they have a chance to play in the USA, but I heard Tack would be sad. If Jesse Marsh ended up going to Canada instead of coaching the USA after Berhalter. But that's all. I just heard that. That's all I know. I mean, I'll laugh if Canada just gazumps the USA for Jesse Marsh. Just because they have him, not at anybody. I wouldn't laugh. I would laugh at the fact that Canada got him. And the USA was stupid enough to rehire Berhalter. Preferably, I'd rather have Hervé Renard anyway. So, Jesse Marsh ain't even my favorite candidate. Will Lambert Jimmy beat Australia and Uzbekistan next month? He'll beat Uzbekistan. It's either going to be a 1-goal win, loss, or draw. I don't know where to put it. They could lose by a goal. They could win by a goal. They could draw. I don't think they're going to get blown out, but I don't think they're going to blow out Australia either. Australia's got a good team. Fifth minute. I don't know. I think it'll be 1 win, 1 draw for Mexico next window. Inspiration from an artist I found on TikTok who has pink hair. Man, people love having pink hair now. With Barbie in Miami, geez. Her name is Rika. I think I've seen her post before. 6th minute. Everybody loves having pink hair now. In between Barbie and Messi Mania, everybody wants to have pink hair or something. I mean, I'll wear pink. I ain't going to dye my hair pink. Besides, I'd have to bleach it first. Then dye it, which is just... Messi needs pink hair now. It'd be funny if he did it. It'd be like half MLS, half Europe, I bet, for Greg's first roster back. I think Balogun will be there. Just an inkling. I don't know why I feel that way. Cobán playing forward, but I think Balogun will be there. Speaking of, where's Yeezus? I think Balogun plays. Still 0-0 in both games. Saprissa going forward. They need to find. Oh. Seventh minute. Then again, Messi is doing Marvel celebrations at home. So, you know what? He may do the pink hair. I don't know. Like, I will say, cross in for Saprissa. They'll go back. You think Messi will speak English by the time Miami lifts MLS Cup? Well, you think he's going to speak English by early December? I don't know. I think it's a little bit too close. He's learning English. I don't know if he feels comfortable enough to speak it to reporters or to be caught on camera speaking it. I know he speaks it to his teammates, and he's learning from his wife. That's what's been said. He can get by speaking English. I don't think he's comfortable enough to do it on camera. It's kind of like Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani can speak English. He just doesn't like to speak English in interviews because, well, one, I think he wants to keep his friend hired, Yepez. I think he wants to keep him hired. Second of all, that may be half of the reason. Second of all, he doesn't want to get mistranslated. So, I understand it. But Ohtani can speak English. I think part of it is he's trying to keep his friend hired. Because he pays his translator, but that's also his friend. So, you know, I think that's half of it. I think he is telling the truth, but at this point, he can speak English and not be misquoted. But if he feels that way, I guess he could use that as a cover. I guess English, but people say football is the universal language. Messi proves that. Offside. Football is the universal language, people have said. So, Messi proves that's true. So, I don't think that was offside. I think that was harsh, but okay. Saprissa really knocking at the door. Saprissa looking to win this game early. Tackle. And that's a free kick, rightfully so. Save for Cardenas, yes. Over in the other game. Both in Costa Rica, mind you. Saprissa, Cardenas. Yeah, that's a foul. For how good Messi is, he could speak Martian for all I care. He could speak Klingon, and I'd be fine with it. I kind of like how the keeper's wearing a cap. That's cool. This is the first day, the final 3 match days of the final match week of the Central American Cup group stage. Then they'll play again. Then they'll play again in late September for the quarters. Of course. Plays in. Oh, past the post. Tried to put it past the wall. Bend it past the wall, but Guzman doesn't get it there. There's some who can actually speak Klingon. Yeah, Trekkies. And I like Star Trek, but I'm not. I like Star Trek, but I'm not that into it. Trekkies can speak Klingon. I know. Preferably, I want to imitate the Daleks. That's what I want to do. I want to imitate the Daleks from Doctor Who. That's what I want to do. Exterminate. That actually wasn't bad. I want to imitate the Daleks. That's what I want to do. What about people who can speak Tolkien's Elvish? Again, that's people who are really into Lord of the Rings. I actually never got into Lord of the Rings, but I can't judge because I know Twilight from front to back. Like if I'm watching Twilight, I could say the lines in my head. I know what's coming next. From Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn Part 2. There's 2. Goal! Goal for Saprissa. Goal for Saprissa. Francisco scores. 1-0, 13th minute. 1-0. Francisco scores. Cross in. I don't know if he was onside, but he taps it in. 1, it's been obvious I'm a twihard. Second of all, blame my mom. Third of all, I ain't sorry. Third of all, I ain't sorry. Nothing's changed. Exactly. Saprissa's still top of the group. Saprissa's still top of the group. Cartagenas, they still need to win just to go through. If they win, they'll be second place. Rodriguez, 12 minute. Just imagine how crazy Group B is going to be. It's already been crazy. We're doing the same thing for Group B here. Here's a chance. Is he on? Is he on? No. Offside. Chirinos almost scored a second. If he was onside, that'd be curtains. Well, I mean, it's 2-0, but Cobán has been knocked out. Well, they've been the front foot. It's not as crazy, but for Olympia fans, they're going to hope it is. It could just match. CD Foz has the result that they need, and Olympia does the job. It's not as crazy, but it still has a lot of twists and turns that only affect Olympia or Kai. But, either way. I think on Tubi is where the Olympia game is. The Kai game is on Fox Soccer Plus. So I'll be looking more at my TV for the second match. Megan Rapinoe's last game will be against South Africa on the 24th. For the USA, of course. Still got to play out the season with OL Reign. All that's going on tomorrow is figuring out who takes first in Group C, and then Group D is on Thursday. But, yeah, good thing Group C is pretty obvious because I got to do Toronto versus Philadelphia. I hope there's at least a little bit of a bounce knowing Herdman's close. Oh, yellow card. Yellow card for Universitario. Penalty. I don't have to. Well, no. If I'm doing Mississippi State and Alabama on the last week of September, I guess I don't have to, but penalty. Penalty for Cartagenas. Foul yellow card on Universitario in the other game. Yeah, that's a pen. If they're giving a yellow in the box, yeah, that's a pen. And there was that's a pen. You can't give a yellow and not have it be a pen. And there's no VAR, so yeah, there you go. And that's definitely, Hernandez will take. No, you do have to cover that. Mississippi State, Alabama, you mean? I hope. I'd rather cover that anyway, especially if State will be 4-0 going into that. Southeast Louisiana, Arizona, LSU. I think it's Western Michigan, then Alabama, then South Carolina. Yeah. I think South Carolina comes after Bama. Yeah. Here comes Cobán, but here's the penalty from Hernandez. Yeah, State's playing Western Michigan as one of their 4 out of conference. And that's a goal. Gol de Cartagena! Hernandez scores the penalty in the 17th minute. 1-0, 1-0. Cartagena sitting second. Yeah, they're playing Western Michigan as one of their out of conference. Southeast Louisiana. There's a little bit of, there's like a gnat flying around me. Saprissa, Cartagena through in that order, yes. Same as it started. Sent him the wrong way. Same order as it started if this holds. By the end of the night, we'll know every team that goes through. We know that every team that's going through to the quarterfinals, we just don't know what order. Then that's what Wednesday and Thursday are for. We don't know if Herediano or Comunicaciones will go through C first. That's tomorrow. Motagua Alajuelense is Thursday. That's to see who wins Group D. But we know that we have 4 teams through. Looks like we're about 5. Looks like at the end of this game we'll have 7. Well, we know we'll have 7. And then Olympia and Kai are fighting for that 8th spot. 18th minute. 18th minute. 19 minutes, 1-0. Pretty much 19 minutes in both games. But yeah. So, we keep going. Goal kick for Cartagenas. Saprissa still dominating Cobán, which doesn't surprise me at all. Saprissa is absolutely trying to just go on and roll Cobán out the door. Goal kick. Does that keeper have a man bun? How much are you paying Western Michigan to show up and give you a win? It's got to be a good amount of money. I mean, probably over 1.5 million. I don't know. I don't know anybody on none of the boosters. I mean, I don't know. But it's got to be at least $1 million to get Western Michigan to come to Starkville. It's got to be $1 million at least. SEC football, Mississippi State wins the West. Georgia wins the East. Georgia beats State, but State still goes to the playoff. Football or soccer, women's soccer. Mississippi State actually has a good women's team. It's probably going to be State and Bama is going to be 1-2. I don't know exactly how, but State or Bama. Bama's got a good team too, but State's got a good team. It's going to be State or Bama in women's soccer. Hopefully State, but they're going to be right there. They're going to be right there. Yeah, that won't happen. That won't happen. Sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Holy cross. Don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh. Thoughts on UAB, U of Alabama, Birmingham? I mean, they're there. That's my thoughts. I mean, they're there. Sometimes we play them as out of conference opponent. They're just there. I mean, I'm sure it's a good school. They're just there. Yeah, but Holy Cross is probably a team that they could beat. If I had any connections, tell you what. 12-0 and tied at 21 in the quarterfinals against South Dakota State. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I think Boston College is better than South Dakota State. Even being 3-9 in FBS means you could probably win the FCS, but that's just me. 22 minutes, 1-0, 21, 1-0, 1-0 in both games. That means Saprissa and Cartagena go through as of now, first and second. To me personally, if you go 3-9 in the FBS, you probably would win the FCS. You didn't do it in the SEC. Play Vandy, and then maybe I'll play Vandy. Then I may give you some respect. Go play Vandy and win, and I'll maybe give you some respect. Go play Vandy and win, or Mizzou. Then I'll give you some respect. I'll go play Texas A&M. Go play Southern Miss. 23rd minute. I mean, I'd love to see y'all beat TAMU because I hate Missouri. I don't want to go to Missouri. Nobody wants to go there. Nobody. How about Kyle Field? Hey, I'd be happy if you beat Texas A&M. I hate their guts. I hate them. I hate Texas A&M. Those Colt fools. I hate them. I didn't take them in. I had nothing to do with it. I was 12 years old. I was questioning what the hell was going on. At least Sooners in Texas makes sense. Mizzou doesn't. I had nothing to do with it. I had nothing to do with it. Hell, I question it at the moment. They did win the SEC East 3 years in a row, though, under Gary Pinkel, so maybe, I don't know. 24th minute. Yeah, that's what they hold against. It's like, but we won the SEC East 3 years in a row. You ain't won nothing. What? We were first in the country for 3 weeks. Back in 2014. I think that counts for something, right? I guess so. 25th minute. 1-0. Throw in here. Seems like Cartagena and Saprissa trying to run this out. Estudiantes La Plata 1-0 up on Corinthians. In Sudamericana action, 1-1 on aggregate. I think Estudiantes will get it done if they're at home, and it's 1-1. That would mean there's no away goals. Nope. I don't know. Do they still use away goals in CONMEBOL? I'm confused. UEFA stopped using away goals. I think CONCACAF. Did they? I'm confused. I think CONCACAF may have in the final, I think. Yeah, I don't know about the whole tournament. Nope. Why are people stop using away goals? Mid. Hey, Yeezus. Cruz Azul won. Come on. Yeah, these games are sort of mid, but it's not as crazy as I expected it to be. Right to penalties. Interesting. Like, seriously, why are they taking away goals? 27th minute. Still 1-0 in both games. About halfway through the half. Saprissa's looking for another. Cobán or Cartagenas is holding. Cartagenas is holding. What's your favorite episode from the Boondocks? Ooh, there's so many. I love that show. I love the Boondocks. There's so many good episodes. Oh, let's see here. Trying to remember any standouts. The episode where they had to do the exorcism on the lawyer. That was funny. The exorcism was funny. The Obama episode, the Obama Thugnificent episode was funny. I am absolutely just spacing out right now. The Tyler Perry Medea episode was funny. I think they did an episode referencing Katrina. I think. I have to look back. I'm spacing out a bit. I think the episode where Uncle Ruckus had his origin story, that was a pretty good episode. It wasn't exactly funny, but it was a good episode. Uncle Ruckus's origin story. '29th minute. But I like the Boondocks is just a genius. Like, see, the hard thing is picking moments from that show because it was just genius in general. Like, Boondocks was like, to me, Boondocks was more of a high-class South Park. Thanks for the $5 super chat, Ryan Bacala. Still got the gift of gab, though. But thanks for the $5 super chat. There we go. $5. Tyler Perry Medea parody was funny. But again, the thing about Boondocks was that was just an amazing show in general. The show was amazing. Like, it's a higher class version of South Park. In the way of it was very topical. But it's makes fun of the topical moments. Sort of like South Park did. But South Park brings with it a sort of lowbrow meaning. Saprissa's on Fox Soccer Plus, foxsports.com. Cardenas is on Tubi. Should be easy to find. That's why I'm watching them. Speaking of South Park, don't forget to go to Casa Bonita and get picked next to Cartman there. If I go to Casa Bonita, I sure will. But again, for me, I think the thing about Boondocks is it's hard to pick a moment because it was all high quality. Like, that show was just high quality overall. You can't really pick a moment. You can't really pick an episode. Like, it was just a masterpiece of a show. Like, those are some that come to mind, of course, but you could say another couple episodes would be like, yeah, I agree. Those were good episodes too. You can't pick the best because they were all good. They were all great. I think Boondocks was genius. And I think if they brought it back, it'd be genius. Because I don't think, if anything, the world's gotten crazier. If anything, I think Boondocks could just absolutely take the piss out of the world right now. Like, if you think, yeah, the world's gotten even crazier, I think. I think Boondocks, the sad part is it could have stood the test of time, like South Park did. But they had, like, Boondocks got stopped. They want to bring it back. There's been discussions about bringing it back, but You know, the show would be banned in certain states, right? Probably at this point, but one good thing about Illinois is it wouldn't be. One good thing about Illinois is it wouldn't be. So I guess you take the good with the bad, right? "31st minute. I don't see why. I mean, I could see why Republicans would want it banned. I don't see why it would be banned. Because I think it just calls out idiots. Because I think the Boondocks just calls out idiots in general. I think it calls out just bullshit in general. That's just my opinion, though. It calls out wrong where there is wrong. They call out. I don't think it's partisan. I don't. Personally. They called out the left's bullshit. They called out the right's bullshit. They called out libertarian bullshit. Sort of like South Park. If that's what you want to ban, that's fine. But that's just the way I see it, though. That's just the way I see it, though. Anything happen in Central America? No, it's still 1-0 in both games. It's still 1-0. Both teams are just trying to see this out. Saprissa's still looking for a goal more than Cartagenas is. Universitario's knocking at the door, though. They just were. Throw in. Oh, maybe. That could go weird. Header? Ooh. That was not good. Are you sure about that? I'm sure about that, yes. 35th minute. And there's a goal. Oh, Lord. Universitario scores. Oh, no. 1-1. There's your big twist. There's a M. Night Shyamalan twist for you. Oh, what the twist. Throws in. Header. Oh, what a play. A header back into the back post, and there's your goal. Oh, okay. That's 7 points for Cartagenas. They were at 6. I still think they're second, I think. Shot. Over the bar. Be a goal kick for Saprissa. Ooh. I think that puts them. But that's Sanchez's goal in the 35th minute. Cartagenas still ahead, but in second, but if they lose, they're in trouble. And by in trouble, I mean they're mudded. By in trouble, I mean they're mudded. Saprissa 1-0 over Cobán Imperial, 36th minute. Now the momentum shifts. Yep. Saprissa better not let that happen to them. Free kick, Saprissa. There's a lot of twists. It's like NCAA Football 05, the in-game momentum system. Well, yeah, true. I mean, by the time we get to the quarterfinals, I think if they make it, I should be able to. The group stage was just, there was just so much stuff during the group stage more than just the tournament itself. Of course, the Caribbean Cup, of course, the Leagues Cup, Toronto plays. This is the second Olympia game, but I've done 2 out of 4. But if they get champions cursed, I can't do no more, which is pretty much what's happening. Because look at their league form. Their league form does not look that bad at all. Their league form is actually wonderful. They've been champions cursed. So if they get knocked out, blame the CONCACAF League Champions curse, which I guess transfers to Central American Cup now. Because if it's still alive, it's going to transfer. I have a theory. Olympia wins the 17 CONCACAF League, gets eliminated in 18. Saprissa wins, or Herediano wins 18. No, they got eliminated in the 19 CONCACAF League. Saprissa wins in 19. They lose the final in 20. Alajuelense wins the 20 CONCACAF League. They get eliminated pretty early to the point where they don't even make Champions League in 21. Or they won it early 21, but you get the point. The 21 final. 22. Comunicaciones wins. They get beat by Didionhen. They can't even make the quarterfinals. 22, Olympia wins. They're about to get eliminated at the group stage of the Central American Cup. If not, here's a chance, Javon East. That'll be a goal kick offside. Going to support Mexicans in the Athens game tomorrow. AEK Athens, yes. Pineda and Pizarro. They're actually playing well over there. I'm honestly kind of shocked. Mostly Pizarro. I mean, Orbalin's been good there a whole season, but Pizarro's actually doing good over there. I can't believe it. I thought Pizarro was finished. I thought he was finished. Header. I thought he was finished. But yeah, if they make the quarterfinals, I'm very likely. If they make the quarterfinals, I very likely will at least stream every game left that they have, if not review it too. But at least be streamed. But again, I would think there will be a stream at least for all whatever's left for them if they get through tonight. If not, I'll review their game tonight and I'll stream their game tonight. But if they don't get through, we'll talk about next year when we get there. Central American Cup, I mean, because they're not going to Champs Cup. I have a theory. I don't think there's a Champions Cup in the Caribbean, or Champions Curse in the Caribbean Cup, at least yet. And you could even say there's a Champions Curse in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Because the defending champions barely ever qualify to defend. They haven't qualified since 2017 to defend the title. So that's your Champions Curse, I would guess. Leon did not re-qualify. Seattle did not re-qualify for 2023. Monterrey did not qualify for 22. Tigres did not qualify for 21. And so on and so forth. Pachuca did not qualify for 18. Chivas did not qualify for 19. Monterrey did not qualify for 20. So on and so forth. 42nd minute. I don't think America would have qualified for 22 either had they won in 21. So either way, Pumas would not have qualified for this season's over the bar. So That may be your champion's curse there. Maybe it's just maybe they're right. Maybe they are right in CONCACAF. Maybe they're right. It's hard to win here. Maybe they're right. Maybe that's not just a slogan. Maybe they're right. It is hard to win here. You think Olympia could have been like, yeah, sure. Yeah, right. No, it may not be a slogan. It may be true. It's hard to win here. Maybe true. We'll find out later tonight. I'm starting to think that's not a slogan. We'll see if Miami gets Champions Curse next year. Probably not. Leagues Cup will probably circumvent the rule. Because Messi. Leagues Cup will circumvent the rule. Real Salt Lake let me down again. Just need my Honduras Olympia to bring some home. Hey, Real Salt Lake, I think they'll make the playoffs. Okay? At least your team's going to make the playoffs and I think make a run. I think they'll make a run. Mine won't. They won't even be in Champions Cup next year, so. It could always be worse. And Forge can't even play in this tournament because it's just Central American, so I can't even have that. Oh, and Canada lost their manager, and now Mauro Biello's the interim guy. And we're playing Japan in October. And then we're playing a qualifying tie for Copa America in November. Yeah, this is going to go swell. This is just going to go swell. Yeah, if Mississippi State doesn't win the SEC West, I'm done. By that, I mean I'm going to snap. You know what I mean. Yeah, I shouldn't have done the, yeah. By that, I mean I'm going to snap. So, it could always be worse. I wish Tom Brady was still around. At least he would keep me from snapping. Because he barely loses. At least his greatness would keep me from snapping, but now I gotta believe in Mississippi State. And hopefully Canada doesn't choke under Biello. Yeah, that's fun. Maybe Forge can win the Canadian Premier League again. Hey, if they don't finish first, they'll win. If they finish first, they lose. So they know what they're doing. Long game. Might as well just root for Messi at this point. For chaos. Might as well root for Messi at this point. Blanco was our bright spot in the last game. Looked like a flash of his old self. He needs to keep doing that. Might need to get me a Darwin Nunez kit now. 1-0 for Saprissa. Still not halftime yet. Yeah, Darwin Nunez, I like him. Oh, wait, yeah, Chelsea's also a shit show, too. Halftime. Oh, let's not forget, Chelsea's a shit show, too. 1-0, Saprissa at the half. 1-0, middle tiempo. Down in the first game in Costa Rica. Cartagenas, let's see where that goes. First off, let me take this down. I'll pop that back up. Oh, wait. We'll deal with that later. Still not halftime yet. Free kick. 54-26. 3 minutes of stoppage time. We keep going. We keep going over here. I want a Liverpool third kit. The purple one? I like the purple one. Oh, yeah. By the way, Italy also sucks now, too. The Raptors are in trouble. Oh, at least Canada's basketball team's doing good at the FIBA World Cup. That's good news. They beat the hell out of France. They actually may be good. What the hell happened to Chicago Fire? They never have been that good. They won in their expansion year. They were good in the early 2000s. Ever since, I think Danny T did a better video about this than I could even explain because he's a Chicago fan. But Chicago, they've been mismanaged. They had a horrible owner. They have a better owner now, but they're still being mismanaged. They buy the wrong players. Their managers aren't great. At this point, I'd keep Frank Klopas because that's who actually gets results with them. Hendrickson didn't get results. Other dude, not Paunovic. Other dude didn't get results with him. Klopas did. At this point, you just keep him. I don't know. Didn't Klopas coach them before the 2 interim stints and they were really good? Maybe that's the point. Keep Klopas. I don't know. But yeah, I think Danny T did a better video about that and explained it better than I ever could. So bad mismanagement, really. They just been mismanaged to hell and back. 2017 was probably the best year that they had, and they bottled it. I remember when Chicago was chasing down Toronto for the Supporter Shield. I know, crazy. I did not expect that. I didn't expect that. That was, and then Toronto pulled away. But let's remember that season, Chicago was chasing Toronto. I know, crazy. And it's halftime at Cartagenas, 1-1, 1-1. I thought they were pretty, yeah. Maybe just keep Klopas. That's just what I'll say. Maybe that does something. 1-1. Cartagenas are still in second, but they have to at least draw if they want to go through. Universitario have definitely pushed them to the limit. Saprissa should be winning by more than 1, but there we go. Halftime in both games. That's where we're sitting. 1-0, 1-0, 1-1, 1-1. Saprissa and Cartagenas are both going through as of now. And we still have another 45 to go in Group A. Be interesting to see. I still can't. That was crazy. Because Chicago were bad before then. They've been bad since that 2017 year. CCL expansion is stupid. I know you want a group stage. It makes no sense. A group stage in CONCACAF makes no sense in the Champions League, Champions Cup. It makes no sense. Why? Because it makes no sense. There's not enough good teams to have a competitive group stage. This is the best way to do it. It should be more than 16 teams, but there should not be a group stage. A preliminary round, this is the right way to do it. Unless you want to make it a 32-team tournament and have an extra, a round of 32, then 16, then 8, then 4, then 2, which could be better. But again, there should be no group stage in CONCACAF. There should not be. It makes, for everybody, it makes no sense. Because the MLS teams and Mexican teams are going to win their groups. The Canadian Premier League teams might have a chance. Other than that, maybe a couple of Central American teams might have a chance. Other than that, you pretty much know who's going through. Like, once you see the groups, it's like, oh, if it's a 4-team group, it's going to be like, use for example, I don't know, Toronto, America, Olympia, and Sabao. You know who's going through. Well, that's let's just say Toronto was good, but you know who's going through. Toronto and America. You know they're going through. What's the point? They want ratings. They know damn well that nobody's going to watch a group stage except for the crazy people like me. when they know the results. Maybe that's why they did the 3-team group stage, so a big team could be knocked out. But that sucked too. So I'm fine with a straight knockout. Until Central America gets even close to MLS in Mexico, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It should be straight knockout. It does, I agree. Quinones wasn't invited. Well, he's not naturalized yet, technically, so. No. Nice. Chicago Sting beating the New York Cosmos 1981 at Toronto in the NASL Soccer Bowl. The NASL had a lot of good history. I wish you could find like older NASL games. Like that would be cool. Like, you know how there's old channels on YouTube where they have like old baseball games and old football games? Like, I wish somebody had channeled that for NASL. Like the Pele era, the Beckenbauer era, the Cruyff era, the Toronto Metros, the Toronto Blizzard era. Yeah, I'd be down. I'd be down with that. I'd love it. Oh, God. That's just stupid. And Raul Jimenez, yeah. That's also sort of stupid, to be honest, but Hector Herrera's worse. Yeah. It does. Honestly, YouTube TV, Sling, and all that have the same channels except one. Weather Channel. That was the hang up. Fubo had the Weather Channel, YouTube TV has the Weather Channel. Nothing else does. It's just Fox Weather. If I'm going to watch hurricane coverage, I want to see Jim Cantori out there, not some random dude who works for Fox. You're welcome. And you could say, but Jim Cantori's probably only going to be out there for about 10 more years. I know. Yeah, it's going to suck. That day's going to suck. I know. At least there's still Reynolds Wolff. I don't have a weather radio, weirdly enough. I probably should get one, though. Yeah. Oh, they do. Toronto loses, so Philadelphia money line, Miami money line if they play. Hurricane, of course. Hurricane Idalia could postpone it, but if Miami plays, Miami money line. All I have to worry about is tropical remnants. That's how far inland I am. All I have to worry about is the remnants of a storm. Not even this one, though. But if they go up the river, yeah, all I have to do is worry about the remnants, which they could still pack a punch. Remember Hurricane Ike? But the only time I've been hit with a full force of a hurricane was when I was in Cancun. Hurricane Emily. Or Playa del Carmen, but still. I couldn't even watch. Huh. They took out Bader? We got to take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. Sit tight, we'll be back. Oh, that sucks. We're back for the stats at the half. 4 shots to 4, 2 on goal to 3, 1 assist to 0, 4 steals to 10, 7 fouls to 9, 58 or 55% possession to 45. 4 offside to 0, 0 corners to 1, 171 correct passes to 131, 20 incorrect passes to 13. .191 passes to 144, 90% pass accuracy to 91, 0 yellows to 1, 0 red cards to 0. Saprissa's been knocking on the door. They've been dominating most this game overall. They've been the better team. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I think he may have been. I don't know if he was talking about the old format because the old format was supposed to have a group stage, but I'm glad they nixed that. But how old was that video? Was that like 2021? Then that might be what he was talking about. If it was 2022 in post, he was wrong. But it depends on when that video was. But I could have sworn maybe that was. But again, Saprissa's been the better team throughout this game. Glad you're home safe. Saprissa's been better. Yeah, some like that. It was 2021-ish. Yeah, no, at that point, it would have been a group stage. But again, I think Saprissa's been the better team here. They've been the stronger side. They've been knocking at the door. They've been close to getting a second. I think they want to put this one away. Cartagenas, on the other hand, it's half and half. But Cartagenas, they look like they're backsliding. Hit that like button. Y'all hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Super chats are on as well. Be nice if we could pop up a second, either here or the next match. Will be nice. Saprissa's second half has started. Well, let me pop that up then. But again, thank you. There it is. There it is. Second half. This one's about to start. And we're off. Yep, 46 minute the second half. I felt like I was behind, but Saprissa's still up 1-0, and it looks like they're pushing forward here as well. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let's get this one going. We'll be on our way. Second half. Saprissa scores. That'll be a really good moment. Cross in, blocked away. Second half, cross in by Cobán. Canada head to the second group stage alongside Latvia, Spain, and Group G2. Second half's about to start in Cartagenas. Canada done it. Good. They got through. Well, they should have. They still should beat Latvia, I think. I think it's top 2 in the second group as well, right? You remind me of Coach Mike Gundy from Oklahoma State. I'm a man, I'm 40. That is a legendary rant, but how do I remind you of Mike Gundy? I respect Mike Gundy, though. So. It's like Josh Pate does. 46th minute. Cross in, 49th minute. The second half of the first matches of the night. I could have sworn I just opened up this pack of cards like a year ago. I'm already over halfway through of them. You gotta be kidding me. These are the only ones. Rest in peace to Dennis Green. Yep. Headed forward, Saprissa. Dominican Republic beat every single group stage team. First round, Italy, Angola, and Philippines. Note cards. Like simple note cards. I use them for some videos like recaps. Well, I was going to wait to do the Central American Cup stuff closer to when the round of six or the quarterfinals was supposed to happen, so I could wait to make those cards, but I still need to for run it back a month ahead this week. So there you go. So if those are gone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 52, 50, 52. Over the bar. $31 left. Huh. Playing forward here. 48th minute. Yeah, I gotta buy more. Just like the pens. 49th minute over here. 52nd over here. 1-0, 1-1. 1-0, 1-1. Gardenias are back. If they draw and Saprissa wins, they both go through. The Bears, who we thought they were, we let them off the hook. Yep. When I say pens, I mean these. I might have to pull one of those out pretty soon. Can't even see the ink on this one. 50th minute, 53rd minute. There we go. Yeah, this one's going to be out questionably soon. Probably about what? 2, 3 weeks? Oh, wrong way. 2 or 3 weeks probably. Playing forward, Cobán. Corner. There we go. I agree with that. Thoughts of Sporting Internacional heading to the semifinals of Copa Libertadores and beating Bolivar 2-0 with 3-0 aggregate. I'm not surprised. I think Internacional was the better team there. I'm not surprised they went through. They deserve to go through. Free kick for Universitario, headed away. Saprissa looking for a second. Free kick for Universitario. Playing forward. Free kick past the post. Playing forward. Cobán to clear. But we'll be on our way to the second half, or through the second half very soon. 55th minute, 53rd minute. Saprissa Cobán still 1-0. Shot! Oh, past the post. Cartagenas tries to take a hero ball. They feel like they're losing the momentum in this game. Quiros coming on for Cartagenas. They feel like they're losing the momentum. Which, yeah, sounds like it. Corinthians 1-0. Estudiantes de La Plata halftime 1-1 aggregate. Copa Sudamericana quarterfinals leg 2. Playing forward. Ooh. Quiros for Barahona. Cross in. Here's a chance. Played onside. Goal. Goal. Javon East scores. Gol de Saprissa. 2-0. Javon East scores a second. Saprissa trying to shut this one down, and I think they might just have. 57th minute, Javon East scores. Beautiful play in. He's onside, played onside, and scores. Chirinos with a beautiful ball. There's no VAR anyway. So there you go. Now, Cartagenas, shot blocked away. What a save by Universitario. Saprissa should end up being first in this group. The question is will Universitario join them or will they bottle it? Cartagenas right now are second. They were going to be second with a Saprissa win anyway, even if they won their game. Francisco's off. The question is Universitario, can they hold on? Chirinos is off. They think the job is done. A triple sub for Saprissa in the 58th minute. Madrigal is on. Cobán's making a sub. The goalkeeper comes out the box to play the ball. Interesting. 58th minute here in the Central American Cup. Oh, bad play. Bad play forward. That's out for a throw. 58th minute for Saprissa. They have the lead. Cartagenas is looking to get the lead back. Either way, if they win or draw at this point, they will be second. No matter what the result is for them, that just means they'll go through. They cannot lose. But Universitario is making sure that they gotta fight. They gotta fight to find their way to the quarterfinals. Why does Hawaii play so good when they're on TV? Because they know they're on TV, I guess. Playing forward. How many spots should MLS have in CCL, in your opinion? League-wise, I'm good with the MLS Cup, the Supporters Shield, the opposite conference winner, and the top two non-Shield winners going. I think that's the way it works. I think it should be both. I think it should be opposite conference playoff winner and then best team, not Supporters Shield or opposite conference champion that goes. That's just my opinion. So the MLS Cup champion, of course, goes. The Supporters Shield winner goes. The opposite conference regular season champion goes. I think the opposite conference to the MLS Cup winner, playoff winner should go. I think that should matter. And then, of course, that last spot goes to the best team that either didn't get one of those spots. In theory, it should be the third best team in the league, but could be the sixth, depending. Of MLS Cup conference. I mean, sometimes the MLS Cup champion is not the top third team in the league, the third best team in the league. Sometimes it's not. And sometimes the opposite conference champion in the playoffs isn't the second best team in the conference or third best team in the league. So it's an interesting thing. So. And then, of course, the U.S. Open Cup. Penalty! Penalty! Cobán's coming unglued. You're rewarding failure, though. If you make the conference, if you make the MLS Cup final, that's a big thing. I don't see why they don't. I mean, now that they got the spots, what, you're telling me that like 5th and 6th? You're telling me the 2nd and 3rd, the 3rd and 4th place teams on the overall table should go to Champions League. Both of them. Which that may not even be the case, considering you have the Leagues Cup spots, which that could move it down. You have the MLS Cup that could move it down. You have the Supporter Shield that is there. Like, it just... And who's to say the best conference, opposite conference point total getter isn't second? Who's to say? Penalty for Saprissa. If Saprissa scores this game's over. Sinclair to take. Sinclair to make this 3. If he does, Saprissa's home free. Shot. Goal. Goal. Goal de Saprissa. 3-0. Sinclair scores the penalty. Saprissa's on their way through. Let's focus on this then, because I feel like some crazy stuff's about to happen. I feel like some crazy stuff is about to happen down in Cartagenas. And not preferably, but I have a little bit of a feeling it's not going to be for Cartagenas. We're about to see some twists. Saprissa's on the quarters now for sure. They're not going to blow a 3-0 lead to Cobán. And even if they did lose, it would be by 1, which means they'd still go through. So, cross in. They should be fine. And I think they'd still have the better goal differential of Cartagenas, even if they were to lose and Universitario were to win. So Sinclair gets the lead. So Saprissa's just fine. They're sitting pretty. It's on to Cartagenas to get this done. 30 minutes left down in the other game in Costa Rica. 1-1. Oh! That's a free kick for Cobán. That makes a lot of sense. Let's just assume Saprissa are going to win. They should. I mean, I'm assuming they're going to win. So now Cartagenas and Universitario are fighting for second. Cobán is eliminated with this result, of course. So Jokero, Cobán, Pemberton coming on. Gomez. As of now, Cobán is eliminated. We know that. Universitario are on a knife's edge, but so is Cartagenas. Gomez is on for Segura. Pemberton for Mendez. Free kick for Cobán. Imperial. Shot, save. '62nd minute. So as of now, we know 6 teams through to the quarters. We'll know 7 at the end of this game. We'll know 8 by the end of the final matches of the night. We know all 8 teams that are through. Headed away. Universitario are still knocking at that door. Save by Saprissa. Crew win tomorrow. Houston suck. I think the Crew will win, but Houston doesn't suck. I mean, hey. Carpe diem, right? Cross in over the bar. Shot over the bar. I mean, it's Carpe diem for a reason, yeah? I like TFC's coaching hire. Me too. Shot blocked away. You tell him? You tell him? Herdman has a lot of work to do. I agree. '68th minute. Did a good job as Canada's head coach. I want him to go to Liga MX. Herdman going to Liga MX, he would be sticking out like a sore thumb. Well, then again, they had Veljko Paunovic, so you know what? Maybe he'd be fun. Header saved. Universitario are knocking at that door. They're trying. But here's a break. Universitario might just get their leading goal. Headed away. Well, 9 teams in the Premier League can qualify for your European competition. Premier League season top 4 qualify. FA Cup winner goes to Europa League. That didn't get top 6. Conference League winner to Europa League. 5th, 6th place. 7 Conference League winner. Conference League to UEL. Well, I think they're taking away the Conference League spots, so the Prem could have 5 Champions League spots next year, but okay. So, I think it changes. I think it's top 5. Isn't it top 5 this year? 5 go to the Champions League, 2 go to Europa. And Carabao's back to Europa slot, I think. If the winner's not in the top 7. Yeah, I don't like it either next year. Because the Swiss system, they got 5 spots. Because the Premier League is the second or first most ranked team in the coefficient. That gets 5. Them in Spain, I think, both have top 5 going to the champions. Then, of course, there's 2 other wild cards that are a team that, if I'm not mistaken, it's a team who has the best coefficient that missed out. And then I think there's a low-end wild card as well. But there's 4 wild cards, 2 fifth-place teams. I agree, but they should have just kept it the same. But I guess it's to fight against the Super League, I guess. Cross in. It's out for a corner. Corner for Saprissa. Goal kick here for Cartagenas. Or Universitario. '68th minute. Sequeira and Paradella coming on. Sequeira and Paradella coming on for Saprissa. That's their last 2 subs. Saprissa feels safe in first place. Paradella. Let's remember, 6 of these 8 teams that make it to the quarterfinals will qualify to the CONCACAF Champions Cup. 2 of the teams will miss out of these 8. So it's going to be, if you make it through, you're pretty much home free. What a save by Cartagenas in the 69th minute. If you go through, you're pretty much home free. Because if you lose the quarterfinal, you still have to play a play-in. There are 2 play-in ties when there's 2 semifinal ties. You have to play the play-ins. Header past the post. Saprissa almost made it 4. Point being is if you make it to the play-ins, you got a 50% chance. No. West Ham should not even be in the Europa League, but since Conference League got invited, since they won, they're in. That's right. The champions of each tournament should move up. If you win a trophy, you should be able to move up, if not defend your trophy. But of course, the Champions League winner gets to defend their trophy. The Europa League winner goes to the Champions League. The Europa Conference League winner goes to the Europa League. I think that's fair. Champions League winner also gets to play for the Club World Cup. So I think there's an incremental step, There's an incremental step as high as you go. Europa Conference champs qualify for Europa League automatically regardless of anything else. Exactly. Even if West Ham had got relegated, which they were flirting with it, they would have been in Europa League had they won the conference. Goal! Oh, no! Universitario scores! Universitario might just be about to knock out Cartagenas. There's the goal they've been looking for. Universitario of Panama. There's the goal they've been looking for. They've been knocking at the door. Oh, my word. Cross. Rebound spilled and it's tapped in. Universitario 2. Cartagenas 1. Cartagenas has to find a goal. Universitario will be moving through with Saprissa if this score holds. Out of Group A. Cartagenas has to find a goal. They have to draw, at the very least, to go through. They can't win the group. That is Saprissa. Universitario can't win the group either. Cobán is eliminated. Jokero is eliminated. Cartagenas has 19 minutes. Sanchez with a goal to find an equalizer. Cartagenas has been playing like crap, I gotta say. They deserve to go out if they go out. Cartagenas has been being a lot more reactionary than proactive. Martinez brings him down. Fair. True. What do you think about FIFA's expansion to the Club World Cup? I'm good with it. I think the Club World Cup should be a bigger event. I think it's a smart way to go. I think expansion of the Club World Cup is correct. I think it should be a bigger event. So I'm good with it. I think the expansion should happen. Final 10 minutes or final 14 minutes down in Saprissa. Cartagenas making 3 subs. Cartagenas got knocked out pretty early last year in CONCACAF League, thanks to Real España. They might just get knocked out early here. Reeve Seridas coming on. Daly coming on. 1 sub for Universitario. Cobán just made a sub, but they're pretty much out of it. I mean, yeah, there's too many UEFA spots, but that's just like the real World Cup header. I think it should be fairer. But again, UEFA is going to have more spots than CONCACAF. That's just normally how it goes. Free kick here for Cobán. Cobán! Past the post. I guess he wants it to be fair, which, I mean, I understand. I think the World Cup, Guevaro for Quiros. Any Saudi clubs in the tournament. This year's Club World Cup, yes, Al Ittihad, because they're hosting in Saudi. The Club World Cup this December will be hosted in Saudi Arabia. So this year's Club World Cup, the final small Club World Cup, will have Al Ittihad as a host club. Urawa Red Diamonds has the UC or the Asian Champions League spot of it. In the big Club World Cup, there will be Al Hilal, who won last year's Asian Champions League. So Al Hilal will be there, of course. I think we're going 21, 22, 23, 24. So Al Hilal, Urawa Red Diamonds. Ulsan Hyundai was 2020. We don't know who the 2024 winner will be yet. Or 2024-25 winner will be yet. Cross in! Goal! Goal for Saprissa! This game is over! 4-0! 4-0 Saprissa! Ain't no worries for the Morado. Ain't no worries for the Morado. Game over. Universitario has 13 minutes to hold to go through with Saprissa. If they give up a goal, if they don't score another, this game, Cartaginés will move through. If Universitario hold, chips the keeper, boom. Saprissa's through without breaking a sweat. 78th minute, cross in. Cartaginés looking for that goal. Sinclair with his second. He scored the penalty. Now he scored the chip. Cross in. Header. Chipped. Cleared. Cleared by Universitario. Headed away. They got lucky there. They almost blew it. Part of me wants Universitario to hold on to this because Cartaginés has played like crap. Cartaginés deserves to lose and get eliminated the way they've played. Header. Header missed. Universitario is clearing up, just gobbling up space. If there's an open space, they get there instantly. I respect it. '79th minute. Universitario still. Playing forward. Still 2-1 for Universitario. 2-1. There we go. Is Hawaii actually a good football program at times? Yes. If Cartaginés didn't lead that, tie that, this game is over. They're knocking on the door. That's the good news. Universitario is just taking up all the space. They know. They got a hold. They got a hold. Is this the Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick. No, this is Patrick. Free kick here, 81st minute. Universitario. Or Cartagenas. 9 minutes for Universitario to hold on plus stoppage time. Yeah, I agree with that. Hawaii should join the Pac-5. Hawaii should backfill the Pac with other schools like San Jose State and San Diego State and so on and so forth. Cross in. Oh! In the Mountain West. Hawaii should backfill the Pac. Yes, that makes a lot more. I think the Toronto Blue Jays are going to make the playoffs. They can't hit a beach ball. I wish they would. I hope they would. I wouldn't be shocked if they don't. I think they're choking. Shot. Save. Oh, Cartagenas almost. I think they're choking, if I'm being honest. They thought they needed more outfield defense. Header. Turns out they needed more bats. Shot. Goal. 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 Goal de Cartagenas. 2-2. There it is. The equalizer. The equalizer that could keep them alive. More than alive. Through to the quarterfinals. If they don't allow another goal. They just staved off the call. And there's a good shot. They're not survived yet. They may survive, but they got to hold on. Now they have to hold on for 7 minutes. What a twist and turn. What a twist and turn. I told you I felt like there was a twist coming in this game. They don't deserve to draw this up, but they did draw this up. And there's no VAR. And there was no foul there anyway, but let's just say there was. No VAR. So it doesn't matter anyway. Big goal. Big goal. Saprissa still rolling over Cobán. Cartagenas looks like they'll join Pemberton in the 83rd minute. Gives them. Is there one last twist in the tail? We'll find out. But Universitario already are up and at them, trying to make that last twist happen. Now, they deserve to go through the way Cartagenas has played. But Cartagenas has done just enough. All they had to do was draw. '88th minute, down in Saprissa. We already gave our commiserations to Jokero. We're going to have to give them to Cobán. Commiserations to Cobán on getting eliminated. Universitario might be the next. Congratulations to Saprissa on winning Group A. '85th minute, down in Cartagenas. Time is running out in Saprissa. Cobán don't even have time on their side. Here lies Jokero, who scored 4 games and 2 goals and gave up 17. Ah, hell, that sucks. Unit lost. Jokero, unit lost. Unit lost. If you remember This Week in Sports Ball, you'll get that reference. If you watch This Week in Sports Ball. Unit lost. Shot! And that's a fifth! A fifth for Saprissa! Javon East puts in a fifth in the 89th minute. Well, one, I didn't use the sound clip. Second of all, he got it from a game anyway, so if there was anything to be a loss, it would be the video game that he got it from. But if I didn't use the clip. Goal kick in the 87th minute. I don't think there will be any stoppage time. I don't think there will be any stoppage time down in Saprissa. What's the point? StarCraft, I think, yeah. 2 subs. I don't even make Thanksgiving turkey anymore. 90th minute. I'd rather make a bacon wrapped tenderloin or whatever. Full time! Full time in Saprissa. 5-0, 5-0. Saprissa wins Group A in a romp. Congratulations to Saprissa. Commiserations. Congratulations to Saprissa. Felicidades, Saprissa. Commiserations to Cobán Imperial and Jokero, of course. A 5-0 win. We still got time for this one to finish, so we will move this over to Lord. Wow. Olympia Shelahu. That'll be ready to go. Saprissa has the top of the group under wraps. 88th minute. Cartagenas have to hold. We got the watch tab ready. Perfect. All right. Group B is up next. Kai and Faz. Of course, I'm watching that over here. Olympia Shelahu, but we will finish this one out. 88th into the 89th minute. Schedule-wise, or standings, they do not have the Saprissa win updated yet. They have a plus 10 goal differential. 8, 9, 10 points. Cozy Thompson to Lilston on loan. I mean, I'm not surprised Toronto got rid of him or loaned him out. They always do this to players with potential. 7 points for Cartagenas as of now. Universitario with 6. Saprissa with 10. Cobán still with 4. Jokero with 0. Cobán and Jokero are officially eliminated. Cartagenas will eliminate Universitario if this result holds. Saprissa are confirmed through, and they are confirmed top of the group. Even if Cartagenas were to score third, they would still be second. Universitario, 6 points. Cartagenas, 7. 90th minute. Corner. Cartagenas only has to hold whatever they show, more or less. 90th minute. Short corner taken. Daly, 7 minutes. Well, there you go. 7 minutes. Seven minutes of stoppage time. With that being said, I got to flip this. So, I got to flip this to the next game. So, we're going to take a break. I'll tell you about the result of this game. Maybe I'll be popped back on by then. Y'all hop on over to the Olympia Shelahu stream. I mean, I got to get this flipped, so there you go. So y'all hop on over, and I'll be there in a second. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Send super chats on live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you in a couple of minutes for Olympia Shelahu plus Foz versus Independiente, of course, just like this was. See you in a couple of minutes. I'll tell you what the result of this is. But I have to flip this over, so see you in a couple of minutes. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace. See you.